Gorgeous shot from Boerne ISD Stadium. And, you know, it coincidentally, about Roland J. Reese here along with my partner, the sports editor for the Boerne Star newspaper, Mr. Kerry Barbosa. And where I was going with this is it's interesting. Before the game, Kerry and I were sitting here just, chewing the fat. And the subject of It's a Wonderful Life, the great holiday movie, came up. And it's interesting that would happen, Kerry, because I've had an earworm all day. And that earworm is it's the most wonderful time of the year, because it is.
Yeah, I agree. It's football season, so a lot of purple in the stadium tonight. Boerne, the purple and white. Pieper, the purple and gold. So I think it's going to be a very good team. Two teams had very good records last year. Lost a lot of players, but we'll see how they fill those spots. And, Boerne High made it to the state semifinals last year. Lost some key players, of course, and Pieper had a great season. Went second round. They got upset by a Corpus school. The game went into overtime. I think Flower Bluff's the team that beat them. But so two teams that feel like they have unfinished business this year.
That's right. Pipers, you were mentioning, 34 returning lettermen. They lost 40. 6 starters on both ends of the football coming back for the Warriors. They got a tough defense and a couple of returning players in Springer and Michael Bust. I'm sure we'll be talking about a little bit later on. Boerne will receive the football to start the ball game this evening, and Zach Frazier and also Cole Traylor back to return this. Kickoff. We're underway for the 2025 season. Taking that in is Cole Traylor. And the Greyhounds will go to work 1st and 10.
It's going to be our first look at the quarterback, Grant Sweeney. We know Hank Hendricks, he left with his dad. His dad, Shay, the former head coach here. He's coaching now at the University of Arkansas, working for them, and took his son with him. And Grant Sweeney is going to take over the starting spot here at the quarterback.
Maiden Jr., number 9, big number 9, as you were mentioning. 24 returners for the Greyhounds, 35 left the program, 5 on offense, 4 on defense. Those are the starters that are returning on this 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line. His handoff straight ahead, banging his way out to about the 30-yard line. So our first look at Callan Combs, the junior running back.
Just a straight handoff up the middle. Just kind of get your teeth wet right there and just kind of pop somebody, get that nervousness out. Good 5-yard gain for the Greyhounds.
2nd and 5 for the Greyhounds. Got a couple of receivers near side and a couple for far side. Here's a man in motion. That's Traylor. Sweeney, the keeper, rolling out, looking for his receiver. What a grab! How do you like that from tight end Ben Bays?
Yeah, one-handed catch by Bays. And I tell you what, on that play, Combs, who just carried the ball, he had a nice block on that play. Watch Combs make a nice block. Keep the defense away right there. 18 just makes a nice block takes out number 5, and then Bays, big tight end, one-handed catch, gets him a first down in Pieper territory.
So looking for Bays to be a big contributor on that Greyhound offense. 1st and 10 for Boerne from midfield. Handoff straight ahead. Nice hole up the middle. Banging his way out across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Once again, is Combs.
Yeah, straight up the middle. Great job by the offensive line and opening up a hole. Gets them about 20-something yards on that play. So right now, a run, pass, and run. So Greyhounds trying to keep the Pieper defense off balance.
22 on the carry that time for Callan Combs, the junior. Couple of receivers to the near side and a single receiver to the far side on this 1st and 10 for quarterback Grant Sweeney. Drops back, looks across the middle, pass caught, touchdown Boerne. Happy 2025 season, everybody, as Will Traylor hauls that in.
Just looked like a skinny post that Traylor ran, and a nice throw by Sweeney. And boy, they made that look easy, didn't they, on that opening drive?
They really did look dominant on that opening drive. Drawing first blood in this contest. Schechter on to try the extra point. Correction. See, that is on to try the extra point.
It's like Guerrero.
It is Guerrero, and it's good. And with 10:25 remaining in the opening stanza, our score is Boerne 7, Pieper nothing. We'll be back with more in a moment right here on GVTC.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we catch fish.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We support our hounds.
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
It's just what we do.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Boerne to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Well, just like that, we get the season started, and Boerne comes out to a 7-0 lead. Kerry, tell us how that went.
4 plays, 75 yards, took a minute 35 off the clock. And they got 3 first downs on that drive.
Kickoff is handled at the 30-yard line by Carter Norsworthy, a senior for the Pieper Warriors. The Warriors will go to work and set up shop 1st and 10 from that point. Expecting to see number 20, Jorge Garcia, in their quarterback for the Warriors. We will check that. That is just the pregame information that we received here in the booth. Well, it looks like they may be going into somewhat of a different situation with Isaiah Gaitan taking the snap, looking downfield. He airs it out. Pass overthrew his intended receiver, which was Carson Lacombe, down at about the Boerne 30-yard line. So pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd down for the Warriors.
Well, and Jake Perez, who we know that last name Perez, his cousins played here and brothers played here, and great coverage on that one.
Isaiah Gaitan, senior quarterback, getting the start for the Warriors. There was a man in motion to the far side. That's Cash Lancaster on this 2nd and 10. Gaitan just puts this in the ground as his receivers were covered.
That was supposed to be a bubble screen, I think, to Brady Hopper, but there was nothing there. The Greyhounds sniffed that out pretty well. And there was a lot of purple jerseys between him and where he was trying to throw that ball, so he just threw it in the dirt and ate it.
Brady Hopper, you mentioned, one of the returning lettermen for this Pieper Warriors squad. On the varsity 3 seasons thus far. 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. Here's a little pitch to Hopper, trying to make something happen in the middle. Nothing doing there. That Greyhound defense just closing things down. As a matter of fact, number 35, that'd be Blake Burkholder, closing things down. Blake from that defensive tackle position for the Greyhounds. Now on to punt this thing away, Carter Norsworthy.
I guess too early in the game to go for it. Uh-oh.
Bunts away. His waiting back was Cole Traylor. This is going to the end zone. Be a touchdown, and touchback, that is, rather. My terminology straight. The Greyhounds will have the football 1st and 10.
That was a punt of gross 60 yards, but because of the touchback, it goes down as a net 40. Well, great job. Great start by the Greyhounds. You think about it, come out, score in 4 plays. They go 75 yards. They hold Pieper without a first down. They only gave them 2 yards on that drive, so now they get another chance here with the ball.
And, you know, Pieper, a lot to replace on that offense from that previous 7-0 district champion team they had last season. There's a quick out, pass caught. That's that's Frazier. with the catch.
Quick whistle. I think he's saying, I'm still on my feet. You blew the whistle. Yeah, talk about Pieper. They lost their quarterback, Caden Key. He's playing at Houston Christian. Then Isaiah Champagne, he's playing at UIW, and he's starting for the Cardinal.
He's starting for the Cardinals.
Yep.
Give him a pick up a 4 on that last play for Frazier. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Blitz.
Here's Sweeney, steps up into it, gets out of trouble. Gets across the 25, down to around the 30. Great heads-up play by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, he did a good job. You see, they're bringing a blitz from that other side, and he steps up, avoids it, gets hit right there, keeps his feet, and then he finds the first down marker at the 30. It's a good heads-up play by Sweeney.
Great presence of mind for Grant Sweeney.
He recognized that blitz, and he stepped up and got away from that defender. Made it whiffed.
Gets the Greyhounds a new set of downs. It's 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the Boerne 30. Look over to the sideline. Maybe an attempt to draw that Pieper defense off sides. He's checking something up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, play clock got down too low. They wouldn't have time, so don't want to back up right here.
Whistle and timeout for the Boerne Greyhounds. And we'll leave it right here if we could. Yeah, we were talking about that. Pieper, of course, running a tough defense as we look at Brett Sawyer, the head coach of the Boerne Greyhounds, in his first season, as a matter of fact, as the head coach. He's been on this squad under Shea Hendricks for, what was it, 7 seasons?
7 years, yeah. So I didn't know this till just recently, but Coach Hendricks and Coach Sawyer, they went to high school together, played on the same teams, and they've always tried to coach. Like if one was a head coach, he'd say, hey, I got a spot here. Do you want to come? And they try to arrange that. Couldn't always do it, but Shea Hendricks gets the job here. He calls Brett Sawyer, says, hey, I got a job here if you want it. And Coach Sawyer told me he had applied for his job. He got second, so he called Coach Hendricks and said, hey, I'm there. So, yeah, so he's familiar with the program. Been here 7 years as a defensive coordinator, so I think an easy transition for the Greyhounds.
And as athletic director Stan Leach had alluded to earlier in the week, it was a no-brainer putting him in. There's a handoff that goes to Jeff Morrison, senior running back. Gets out across to, they're going to mark this at about the 34, I believe, for a pickup of 4.
And one of the players lost his helmet, I think number 5, Norseworthy. So he's got to come out. You see the helmet bouncing around out there.
2nd and 6, line of scrimmage, the Greyhound 34-yard line. Quarterback Grant Sweeney. Snap, fakes a handoff, play action, pass is complete.
Ooh.
Down to around the 40-yard line goes Will Traylor in the slot receiver position. Now to move the chains, give the Greyhounds another first down. They've looked impressive offensively thus far.
And nice play action fake. Watch it, draws all the defenders right there. And so he fakes the handoff, makes a nice throw, and another first down. Third one of the drive here. 6th in the game already.
3 receivers out to the near side, a single receiver to the far side for quarterback Grant Sweeney. Takes the snap, quick out, pass complete. Across the 40, still on his feet. Out at about the 47-yard line goes Callan Combs.
Uh-oh.
Penalty markers on the field.
Another helmet came off.
Wonder what this is like. Too early in the game, as you were mentioning. I don't know what the call is going to be. But we'll.
I think it's going to be some sort of unsportsmanlike, but let's see who started it and who got caught and all that. But I tell you, Combs, you know, he's kind of making a name for himself on the varsity. He's had a lot of big plays already.
Absolutely, a lot of weapons and a good engineer there to put the ball in play, and Grant Sweeney.
Well, the ball's down to the
49.
Yeah, 49. It's 2 yards short, but let's see what the penalty. The flag is still down on the field at the 39, so it's 10 yards flag was thrown 10 yards behind where the ball is, so.
Well, it's way too early in the game to lose your composure. I mean, I know both teams want to come out and make a statement, but I mean, we're talking maybe halfway, not even the halfway point of the first quarter. If that be the case, if this actually be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so we'll check this. You know, here we go. Here comes the call. And that is the call against both sides. So they'll offset.
So no harm, no foul. So if you punch somebody, make sure he punches you back, and we're good.
It's usually the second guy in a fracas that ends up getting flagged, though. That's what the problem is. Never the guy that starts it. Always the guy who retaliates. 2nd and 2, line of scrimmage. Greyhound 49-yard line. Here's the snap. Sweeney dropping back, looking downfield. He airs this out long. Pass just overthrew his intended target. That is Eli Nicholas, senior wide receiver.
I like that call, though, because it's 2nd and 2, so you don't need a whole lot to get it. So why not take a shot downfield, see if the defense is cheating up, try to throw it over the top. But I tell you, the offensive line gave Sweeney a lot of time. They did a good job on that Pieper front four that was trying to get in there. Gave him a decent amount of time to get rid of it.
3rd and 2 now for the Greyhounds. Sweeney, the handoff straight ahead. This time Morrison's going to be wrapped up and thrown for a loss on that play. And on the stop is Bennett King, the senior, among others. Also Leighton Springer in on the stop.
And Michael Buss, 44 in there. They did a good job getting behind that line there. They met Morrison in the backfield, just really nowhere for him to go. As soon as he got to the line, he got pushed back, and he's going to actually lose too. So good job of that Pieper front four there.
Will Traylor comes on to punt this thing away for the Greyhounds. Of course, this their second offensive possession of the evening. The other resulted in points. Traylor, nice high end over end punt. Doesn't sail out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. That's where the Warriors will take over offensively. 1st and 10 with 5:56 remaining here in the first quarter. Well, let's see if Pieper has an answer. The early prognosticators, the experts, saying, well, they're returning a great defense, one of the best defenses in the San Antonio area this season. But it's their question mark maybe on offense because they got some big shoes to fill on that end of the football.
Yeah, they only have 2 yards on that first drive and no first downs.
1st and 10, hand off this straight ahead across the 40, and may have found a little something there. Running back Brady Hopper, returning Letterman.
Well, he hopped his way to their first down, just as I said that.
I see what you did there.
But that's just a simple play. It looked like a little trap play up the middle. Just, tried a couple shots downfield, didn't work last time. Just run with a simple run game, and that worked for him.
1st and 10 for the Warriors. Gaitan dropping back. He's got time, rolling to his left. He'll put it away across midfield and into Boerne territory before he's ridden out of bounds at about the, call it the 45, I believe.
Yeah, nothing there. He just looking around, just see some open space out there on that left flat. Gets him a good gain there, about 8.
Absolutely spreading things out, and that's getting a little bit of space as Hopper's going to take the handoff once again, straight up the middle, banging his way down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line, getting up off the bottom of that pile. Defensive end Rory Hodgkin, the junior.
Yeah, and again, nothing complicated, just a simple run play up the middle between the tackles, and it's worked for them on this drive.
Now the Warriors getting that offense clicking. It's another first down. Gaitan passes across the middle. Pass hauled in across the 25 is his receiver Carson Lacombe. He was looking for him a little bit earlier, and this time they connect.
Carson Lacombe does a good job of getting in front of the defender, so he gets between the ball and the defender and kind of shields off Perez there, who made the tackle.
Along with Cooper Thompson back on coverage defensively. Move the chains, be another first down for Pieper. Gaitan. Quick out, little high that time, but hauled in by Lacombe. Is coming over to make the stop for little to no gain is linebacker Hudson Bruce.
That was well defended by the Greyhounds. Little bubble screen there. And watch Boerne just read it well. 2 or 3 guys come in there, nowhere to go.
Absolutely, Bruce held him up. Reinforcements, Cash, Gatlin coming in.
Yep.
Second down, here's Gaitan. He decides to keep it finally across the 25, the 20, still on his feet across the 15. Dancing to the middle of the field, he'll go in for a Pieper touchdown. And the Warriors have an answer with 3:52 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, both touchdowns have been 27 yards. Boerne's was a 27-yard pass. That time, Gaitan just on a broken play just finds a seam on that left side, cuts back. See the replay here. A couple missed tackles. There's one at the 10 or the 5. Just slips in. And a running quarterback adds a lot to an offense. When you got a quarterback that can tuck and run like that, that's another weapon, another dimension to your offense.
Extra point attempt. That off the foot of Logan Lopez is good. We got 3:52 remaining in the opening quarter, and we're all even at 7. It's Boerne, and it's Pieper, and it's right here on GVTC.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Well, with 3:52 remaining here in the first quarter, Pieper had an answer for that early Greyhound touchdown, and how did that look?
Gaitan caps a 6-play, 66-yard drive, took 2:04 off the clock. So very evenly matched game so far, 2 possessions each team. Each team has scored once on 27-yard plays. Each team has punted once. Onside.
Lopez kicks this off, handled by one of the up men. Great hands. It's a good idea to put him up there, and that was Callan Combs, of course, handling that, and Boerne's going to have the football with a pretty decent field position.
Yeah, good heads-up job there by Combs. Just Pieper trying to sneak one in like that, and a lot of times the guys on that front line for the receiving team, they start heading back right away. They don't wait to see if it is going to be an onside kick. That time Combs, good job of staying home there and getting him the ball near midfield. Like I said, great starting field position here.
Line of scrimmage is the Boerne 46. It's 1st and 10 for Grant Sweeney and that Greyhound offense. Here's the handoff. This is Combs trying to find something around the outside. Nothing doing there that time. Good pursuit by Grant Oling.
Yeah, and watch Norseworthy here, number 5. He comes shooting in off that side, and he's the one that kind of threw the running back off the line there.
As a matter of fact, loss of 2 on that play.
Watch number 5 just shoot there and just kind of throw him off.
So from the 40, call it the 44, it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Greyhounds. Sweeney calling signals. Takes the handoff, pass. He was looking in the direction of Will Traylor, who didn't turn around. He was well covered by Aiden Rios. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, another play action pass that time by the Greyhounds. And Pieper's biting on that play action, though. That time the defender did a good job of staying on Traylor. That would have had to have been a pretty tight throw for him to catch it.
So 3rd and 12 now for Boerne with a pair of receivers near side. Sweeney fakes a handoff, steps up into the pocket. This time he'll be brought down. Good defensive pursuit by Leighton Springer. Those Warriors may be awake at this point.
Yeah, they bring a blitz, and you see it coming from that left side, and then Sweeney's just got a bail, and there was 5 guys coming after him, chasing him, so not a whole lot of room there, and not able to get even near the first down marker. So bringing up a punt situation. They actually lost a little bit more. They lost 2 yards on that play.
Rios hanging back at his own 25-yard line, waiting the Greyhound punt.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Wow, this is a
got it underneath.
Yeah, but he got it away. Got it away, thank goodness. Rios on the return out to about the 40-yard line before he's corralled there. And on the stop that time, that was Brock Hierholzer.
Well, that's 2 snaps on the punts that have been kind of low, and Trailer's done a good job of getting the kickoff. That time, very fortunate, didn't get it blocked. Kicked it underneath the man rushing. Almost had a block there, the Warriors.
So they place the ball at the Pieper 40-yard line. 2:08 remains here in the first quarter. Right now the head coach of the Pieper Warriors, Nick Rogers. It's 4th season. 27-15. Program not all that old. They made the playoffs last season in 2024. Had a great run in the regular season as well. Pass incomplete. Gaitan looking in the direction of Cash Lancaster. Overthrew him just a bit. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Well, they couldn't cash in on that play to Cash Lancaster, but looked like he stopped Lancaster, and the quarterback looked like he thought he was going to go forward, so he threw a little bit ahead of him. Just not on the same page that time.
2nd down. Here's the handoff on the delay to Hopper. Gets across the 40-yard line down to around the 42. Rory Hodgkin in on the stop for Boerne, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long this time for Pieper.
Looks like he just kind of lost his footing there. Just kind of looked like he's starting to slip that time.
And, we did have a delay for safety reasons. This is why we got the late start this evening, but no precipitation at all, so that field is still dry.
Yeah, turf is a lot a lot more slippier than grass sometimes.
3rd and 9 for Pieper. Gaitan falls out of his hands on the ground, and the Greyhounds have it. Fumble recovered that time. Number 8, Ben Bays, comes away with it.
It looks like the ball just slips out of his hand. That's all. I don't know that the running backs slipped on the play before. That time the ball slipped out of his hand. Maybe it's the sweat or the humidity. It is a hot day.
Yeah, well, Bays wasn't going to be tonight. And, at this time of year, how many years in a row have we done this? Thank you, Lord, that we're able to do it. But, it's, what was it, about 90 at game time?
Yeah.
Nice breeze out there, but this is indicative of this area of the hill country of Texas. And, of course, as you go further south, temperatures even escalate.
Hot.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Great field position after that fumble recovery. Quick out, pass completes. Trailer. he won't go down.
No, he got spun around, but he stayed up, and then he took a little pop there at the end.
Yeah, Jack Hannon did all he could to bring him down, but Trailer just wasn't having it.
Watch him makes the catch, and then he gets spun around, stays on his feet, and he takes a little hit right there, but he holds on to that ball, and a gain of about 4.
So it'll be 2nd and 6. So now under a minute here to play in the first quarter. Single receiver either side. Sweeney looking end zone. Little lob intended for Zach Frazier, was broken up. Back defensively, Rajan Lopez having a little bit of discussion.
Yeah, a little bit of jawing
Frazier,
going on there.
Yeah.
Well, that was a true jump ball. That was a 50-50 ball. It's like, okay, I'm going to just hang it up. You guys go get it. And neither's able to.
Frazier's certainly good size for a wide receiver, and that's always a huge help to a quarterback. Can't teach height. Here's a third down. Sweeney steps back up. He'll be taken down from behind at about the 20-yard line. He's over to make the stop. We will check that. That is Brendan Hinojosa, the senior. Well, on the stop.
What do you do here? It's 4th and 6-ish, 5-ish.
Yeah, they're going to call this a 4th and 6 from the 22-yard line. You know what you do here is you let the clock run out for the first quarter.
Yep.
Gives you a little more time to think about things.
They are bringing the field goal unit out, though, looks like.
We've got one in the books on opening night 2025, and we're treated to a dandy. It's Boerne 7, and it's Pieper 7. Second quarter action on the way right here on GVTC.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, my mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
How they ever gonna find us? Shipwreck on the mountain, rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it, and two-step overrated, so we can hope to be someone someday.
Along with the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, Kerry Barboza, my name is Roland J. Reese, proud to be bringing you opening night 2025. And it's a dandy between the Pieper Warriors and the homestanding Boerne Greyhounds. Field goal attempt. This out of the hold of C.J. Smith. Kick is up.
Hold it.
And it's no good. Just missed it. It was Brady Guerrero. Just underway here, second quarter. We're still tied at 7.
Yeah, definitely had the distance. It just kind of hooked a little to the left. Definitely that would have been good from 40-ish.
You know, not much of a wind, a gentle wind, not a stiff wind out there, so that certainly wasn't a factor. But, you know, Kerry, this reminiscent of the opening game last season when these two teams got together.
Yeah, that was a very good one, too, as well. And this one's turning out to be this one. I think these teams have more questions this year than they did last year, and you could see guys that haven't played a lot kind of stepping up, filling those roles, and it's made it an interesting ball game.
From the 20-yard line, Hopper takes the handoff, breaks the 20. He'll be stopped shy of the 25-yard line. Driven down there, Bobby Jed Wilkinson, and on the stop that time for Boerne. It's a little help from Rory Hotchkiss on that from his defensive end position. Give him a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 24-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Two receivers either side for Gaitan. He's got all kind of time. Goes to the middle, and Andrew Grindstaff just looked ahead before he had his hands on the football. I mean, he got his hands on the football, but he was looking upfield and didn't haul that in. You see that happen so many times.
Yep, that's just basic football there, just fundamentals.
Looked ahead before he had that pass secured, but he'll stay the game. He'll come flanked out to the near side with a couple of other receivers. Single receiver to the far side on this 3rd and 7 for Pieper. Gaitan looking middle. This one again, very catchable ball in and out of the hands of Cash Lancaster. And he knew he should have had it, as you can see his reaction there after the pass. Look, he says, my hands were on it, doggone it.
Yeah, definitely a hot day today, and you know, it's still warm out there, and you're sweating a lot. It's a humid day. I wonder if the moisture.
I don't know, but I've got to think that has some reason that these teams get started for practice as early as they do to kind of acclimate to the hot Texas temperature, especially in this part of Texas. punt. This is going to be down at about the
he threw it backwards. That's not going to work.
No. 37, not last time I checked the rule book. 36-yard line of scrimmage. Good effort, though, there, Brody Spencer. Certainly do appreciate the effort. They got to call it at the 37. And the Greyhound offense will go to work once again, 1st and 10.
Yeah, you don't get to touch it twice, though. But good punt. This has turned, like I said, pretty evenly matched ball game. And you could, like I said, you could see guys kind of figuring out the game, the speed of the game. All the new starters, you can practice all you want, but until you get into a real game, it's very different.
Nicholas and Traylor go flanked out to the far side. Frazier to the near side on this 1st and 10. Sweeney, the snap, handoff straight ahead. That had worked earlier for Callan Combs. He'll get a couple of tough yards. To about, let me mark this, about the 37.
Brendan Hinojosa makes the tackle. He's being blocked, but he somehow sticks a hand out, and he's able to trip up the running back Combs.
Give him a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Is this time Bays, Traylor, and Nicholas out to the far side. Frazier to the near side on this 2nd down play. 2nd and 8. Sweeney looking downfield, overthrew his intended receiver, which was Bays, at about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy you want to get involved in your passing game, Bays, with his size.
Yes, another big target out there.
Yeah, 6'4", 225 is what he's listed at, and that time it looked like Sweeney kind of had to get rid of it before Bays was able to turn around.
So that brings up another 3rd down situation for Boerne. 3rd and 8 from their own 38-yard line. Sweeney dropping back, steps back up, unloads, has a man across midfield. Breaking tackles, that's Nicholas down to the 35-yard line. That'll move the chains and be a 1st down for the Greyhounds.
Very good job by Sweeney reading the situation. He was going to tuck and run. He draws two of the defenders up from the secondary. He recognizes that, sees an open man and hits him and gets that 1st down, moves that chains there.
1st and 10 Greyhounds. Here's the handoff. This is Combs trying to find the corner and does. Across the 30, the 20. Shoved out of bounds by Grant Oling. A touchdown saving shove out of bounds that time. Combs has made a statement here in this 1st half.
Well, got a nice run, gets around that corner, makes a nice cut right there down the sideline, and then, like I said, touchdown saving tackle by the defender there.
That definitely moves the chains. Line of scrimmage is now the Pieper 12. It's 1st and 10 for Boerne. Pick up another 1st down if they get to the 2 or just inside.
That was a 24-yard run.
Sweeney calling signals. Gives to Combs once again, and why not? 15, he'll be dropped down. We'll check that penalty marker. There is a penalty marker down. He may have lost 1 on that run, but we'll check what the infraction's all about.
Somebody lost a helmet. One of the Pieper players lost.
Bo Dayak now checking into the ball game.
It's going to be a holder or a face mask, I think.
Junior tight end.
Boerne with 2 big plays, a 25-yard pass to Nicholas from Sweeney, and then a 24-yard run to Combs. That time they get held, no gain, but there is a penalty, so.
Check that. You talk about those big plays. Those were kind of happening at will, that opening drive, though, for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and then they kind of stalled a little bit, even early in that drive on that 25-yard pass play to Nicholas. They were 3rd and 8, so they were 1 incompletion away from having a punt. Looks like it's going to be on Boerne. Hands to the helmet.
Face, yeah. So that'll back it up.
And that was the helmet that came off, I think, on the player that they did it to the point where his helmet came off. Now that hurts.
Senior Ryder Herring now checking in for the Pieper Warriors. So it's 2nd and 26. Still got to get to the 2-yard line for a 1st down. 2nd and 26 for the Greyhounds. Line of scrimmage is the Pieper 28. This time handoff. Once again, it's Combs across the 30 to 25, rather. He stopped at about the 22. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Well, that was the play they ran a few plays ago that he went for 24 on. They tried it again. Gets positive yards, but only gets 6 this time.
Check this out as Thor Michaelbus. We talked about him. One of the anchors on that defense checking back in for the Warriors. 3rd and 20 now from the 22-yard line. Sweeney rolls to his left. Unloads in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. They're asking, there wasn't a flag there, as they thought Nicholas might have been interfered with there a little bit.
Yeah, and Sweeney got thrown. Jersey came off over his shoulder, and the referee's helping him with it. But you know, he had to thread a pretty tight needle that time. He was rolling. He makes a throw on the run and threads the needle. But you know, defender's right there, so basically no gain. We'll try another field goal.
This time it appears to be Ben Schechter on to try the field goal attempt. 25, 27, 38-yard attempt. This out of the hold of C.J. Smith. Kick is on his way, and this one is wide left. So 2 field goal attempts going awry this evening for the Boerne Greyhounds. There's 7:50 remaining before halftime. We're still tied at 7.
Well, I think you're the Greyhounds. You got to like how you've been able to move the ball. Of course, they had that one earlier field goal attempt that missed, but that was on that fumble recovery by Bays that gave them a short field, but they did miss it. That time, they went from their own 37 all the way down to the Pieper 12 before they got pushed back. That penalty really hurt them that time.
Quarterback Gaitan, pair of backs in the backfield with him. He hands
throw
off
it
to Lacombe.
He's open.
Pass, this one complete. Downfield, Andrew Grindstaff making up for dropping that earlier one. And Grindstaff takes it to the house and gives the Pieper Warriors their first lead of the ball game.
Well, they sent 2 receivers out, and it was a halfback pass by number 2 that time. And basically the other receiver, number 8, turns into a blocker right there. Lancaster makes the block that springs Grindstaff, and that one goes for 78 yards.
So that's why they had 2 backs in the backfield that time with Gaitan.
One's going to throw. They probably saw that. The coaches up here saw that. Every time we hand off, some of the secondaries coming in. So if you go do a halfback pass, that might be open. And that time it was.
Logan Lopez with the extra point attempt. This one good. And with 7:34 remaining in the first half, our new score now, Pieper 14, Boerne 7. Be back with more second quarter action in just a moment right here on GVTC.
Hey Pieper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board-certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building Confident Smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
7:34 remaining here in the first half. Pieper on the scoreboard, and that was a one-play wonder.
Yeah, one play, 78 yards, took him 16 seconds, but a little trick play, halfback pass over the top. Puts points on the boards for the Warriors.
And we got to see if the Greyhounds have an answer now, as Hauling that one in, Jake Bettis. Kind of, I guess, fair catches of sorts. Don't know if that's the exact terminology on a kickoff, but nonetheless, that's what's going to happen. And the Greyhounds are going to have the football and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, and they spot this at the Greyhound 25-yard line. That offensive line, Carlos Reyes, Johnny Waters, Adrian Reibel, Zayden Biela, and Parker Young come out and line up in front of quarterback Grant Sweeney. On this 1st and 10, Sweeney takes a snap once again, stepping up into the pocket across the 25, down to around the 30-yard line. He's getting about 5, maybe a little bit more. They may mark him 6 before he's been met there and dropped. Leighton Springer, we've talked about that young man quite a bit this evening. Just want to be in on every play.
You see the pressure coming from that right side. Looked like Grant Oling was the guy coming in, and he forced Sweeney to bail that time and did a good job. He got 5 yards on that.
Couple of receivers either side for quarterback Grant Sweeney on this 2nd and 5. Handoff, straight ahead, Combs. That's a 1st down and more. Correction, that's Morrison as he bangs out across the 35 down to around the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains and be a Greyhound 1st down.
Yep, 1-2 punch of Combs and Morrison. And that's one thing Boerne's always done. Coach Hendricks, and it looks like Brett Sawyer's going to keep the same formula as they bring backs in. Try to keep guys fresh and platoon back there.
That's one thing that the people in the know had said. There's really not going to be a whole lot that changed from Jay Hendricks' time here into what we're going to see Sweeney implement on both sides of the football for the Greyhounds. 1st and 10, it's coming. A little quick out to Morrison. Across midfield into Pieper territory. He'll be knocked down at about the 46-yard line. And he's got a few words for Bennett.
Yeah, what a tough run. Just kind of throwing defenders around out there is Morrison that time. And they bring the blitz. Look, number 5 coming in, but he's not able to get to the pass. Norsworthy not able to get to it. Morrison makes the catch. And watch him just fight off guys. Look at him throwing guys down, throwing them around. Gets that 1st down into Pieper territory.
Nicholas and Traylor out to the far side. Frazier to the near side. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line, that being the Pieper 46. Handoff. Morrison once again. He'll be met and driven back that time. He's in on the stop for Pipers, number 91, Tyler Wells. Wells, a senior.
Hey, quick shout out, Russell Hawkins just texted me, said he's watching the game. So thank you for watching, Russell and Ann Hawkins.
Fine gentleman. Had the pleasure of meeting him in the not too distant past. So thank you for watching, Russell. 2nd and 10, 46-yard line. Man in motion. Here's the cut across. Nice pass that time and hauled in by Frazier. Yep. He hauls that in at about the Pieper 30, moving the chains once again. It'll be another Greyhound 1st down.
Nice throw by Sweeney. He sees the open man, makes a nice throw. Good job by Frazier making that catch, moving the chains again.
Doing a good job of doing that. Speaking of Frazier, he's lined up at the bottom of your screen along with a couple other receivers on this 1st down. The handoff. Straight up the middle goes Morrison as he bangs out across the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Utah Strawn in on the stop that time for Pieper.
Well, Morrison earlier with that 16-yard catch and Frazier with a 16-yard catch. It's 32 yards of this drive on 2 plays, and then Morrison with another 5 yards here. So you can feel the momentum shifting a little bit. Greyhounds got something going offensively here.
2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line for Birdie. Sweeney, play action. Pass complete. Across the 10, across the 5, looking for the end zone, just didn't quite make it in, was Bo Dayak from his tight end position. And that's the 1st catch of the evening for Bo.
Very patient by Sweeney, just waiting back there, letting his receivers get open. Makes a nice throw to Dayock. And
first and goal now for the Greyhounds. See if they've got an answer at him, as we're under 5 minutes remaining here, 3:41 to be exact.
they're going to, looks like timeout because the play clock's not running. Oh, penalty we're hearing.
Penalty on the field. We'll check this. Again against Boerne.
Well, in the same spot, basically.
Same penalty, same spot. They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, and the other one was at the 12. This is going to back them up to the 19. This one's going to be first and goal. So it's going to be.
Oh, it happened. Apparently, it happened on the sideline. We'll check this out.
End of the play here.
Ah, there we go. I guess they got
just a little.
Got that. Just a little.
That was a little
friendly welcome to the Boerne exchange there.
That was a little love tap. That wasn't.
Still first and goal from the 19-yard line. Sweeney calling his own number up the middle. The 5 down to around the 3-yard line. Nice run that time for the Greyhound quarterback.
I tell you, one of the defenders got thrown to the ground. They were screaming to the coaches. Watch the player right there. He just kind of got slung down, and Pieper coaches were yelling about that, but they let it go, and Sweeney takes advantage of the defender not being there, gets it down inside the 5, basically where it was earlier.
So that's a way to get that most of that penalty yardage back. Make it a little more manageable, a second and goal from the 3-yard line. Nicholas flanked out to the near side. Everybody else in tight on this second down. Handoff, Morrison straight ahead, banging into the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds. Well, with 2:50 remaining before halftime, Greyhounds have an answer.
They had a lead blocker on that play, going ahead of Morrison, opening some space. And good job by Greyhounds answering that Pieper touchdown on that one play, 78-yarder. They're able to come down and tie it up here, pending on this extra point.
Extra point attempt. This one up and good. As a matter of fact, that was Diego Jimenez, I believe, on to try that. He got it. And with 2:50 remaining here before halftime, guess what? We're tied once again. 14 all. We'll be back with more right here on GVTC.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Friday night kickoff here on GVTC. We've just seen the Greyhounds take it into the end zone to even things up. He's in on the return. That's Carter Norsworthy. And second time he's lost his helmet this evening.
Yeah.
About the 38-yard line. Not bad field position for Pieper. How'd that last drive look for the Greyhounds?
Well, they go 9 plays, 75 yards. Good sustained drive. They took 4:44 off the clock, so almost half the quarter, close to 5 minutes there.
And the thing I like best, Kerry, just to point out, is they recovered from that penalty that could have really been something to stifle them. But they managed to keep their composure and put points on the board despite the penalty.
Yeah, and they did good with big plays. Not the explosives, but a 16-yarder, 21-yarder, then a 16-yard run by Sweeney.
1st and 10. Pass complete. Here's Lancaster. Across the 40, still on his feet across midfield before he's taken down in Greyhound territory. I guess that's what you refer to as yak, yards after the catch. Penalty marker on the field. That may be why he got the yak. You never can tell. Let's see what the call is.
I think there was a block in the back, but we'll see.
C.J. Smith with the stop for the Greyhounds. Let's see what this call is. And sure enough,
against the Warriors.
Well, time's really not an issue now. You got 2:32. You got Pieper. You got all three of your timeouts. So this hurts because it backs you up 5. But not necessarily in 2-minute mode here if you're the Warriors.
Well, it's 1st and about 15 with 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Here's a handoff on the delay. That's Hopper. Across the 35 down to around the 37-yard line. Where he's met there, and on that stop was Hudson Bruce, among others.
Boerne does have 2 timeouts, so if you stop him here, maybe you burn 1 to save some of that clock, try to get it back leave yourself as much time as possible.
Got about 4 on that play. Here's a whistle.
Yep, high school has a 2-minute warning now, so.
Wow, that's a new wrinkle.
There you go.
I must have been napping when they made that call. I'm not sure. 2-minute warning. How about that? So 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, and it's about what we would have expected. Boerne 14, Pieper 14. Back with the remaining 2 minutes of the first half in just a moment, right here on GVTC.
At Club Car Wash, we're more than just a service. We're your partner in keeping your ride clean. With our commitment to best-in-class service and genuine connections with our members, we ensure you and your car receive nothing but the best. Join us today and experience the difference with Club Car Wash.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we catch fish.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We support our hounds.
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
It's just what we do.
So 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Tied at 14. Situation is 2nd and 11 for Pieper. They're on their own. Call it their 37-yard line is where they are. Here's Gaitan. Looking quick out to Hopper. Across the 35. About the 40 before he's tripped up there by Austin Gerbis.
Well, he's looking downfield. He just kind of checks it down to the receiver there. Does a good job. It's still got about 3rd and 7-ish, 5-ish, something in there.
Nice pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Pieper. Gaitan once again looking down, has a man. Right around the first down marker goes Cash Lancaster. And I think they're going to go ahead and give it to him. They're moving the chains.
Yeah, and Lancaster did a good job. Watch him when he makes a catch. He knows where the marker is. Watch him just lower his shoulder right there. He just takes on the defender straight ahead and pushes him back, and it gets that first down by about a yard.
Bobby Jet Wilkinson in on the stop that time for the Boerne Greyhounds. Minute 21 remaining here in the first half, and we got a timeout on the field. I believe that one taken by
that was Pieper.
That was Pieper, yeah.
Yep.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. And, I mean, you can't take them with you, so you might as well use them.
Well, yeah, and the clock moved pretty fast because, remember, we stopped at 2 minutes, and they ran one play, and it was almost 40 seconds, 39 seconds later. So they still do have 2 timeouts. Just didn't want too much time off the clock. Good job there of getting that first down by Pieper. Still got a long way to go, though, and we've seen Boerne kind of miss on a couple field goals. We'll see what kind of leg the Pieper kicker has, what they feel comfortable with his range.
Carson Lacombe, also Andrew Grindstaff, gun flanked out to the near side. On this 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the Pieper 49. Gaitan looking downfield, pass, Grindstaff hauls it in. He'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It's over to make the stop is Cole Trailer for the Boerne Greyhounds. The Warriors look to have clicked with that passing game.
Yeah, Grindstaff's a big part of it. That time just got open across the middle. Moved the chains down to the 32.
Gaitan. This one almost picked off out of the hands of the defender and into the hands of Grindstaff.
Wow.
Across the 25-yard line. Before he's met there and on the stop, Ronald Smith, among others. Let's check this out.
Yeah, just a bad break for the Greyhounds. Just pops in the air, and Grindstaff makes the catch.
Yeah, C.J. Smith had it. It was just in Smith's hands and right out of his hands into the hands of Grindstaff.
And he swatted down trying to strip it, but not able to. And Pieper burns a timeout, so they're down to 1, 49 on game clock. Got a score from Laredo, champion beating Laredo United South 16-3. Comfort is playing bracket in Comfort. They didn't get affected by the weather. It's only about 15 miles, but they're up at halftime against the Tigers 15-7. And at halftime, Geneva is leading San Antonio Christian in San Antonio 14-7. And that is your Kendall County 11-man football team roundup.
There you go.
All close games, but one score. Even this one here.
Yeah.
It's been one score.
Treated to a fine opening Friday night of the season thus far. Don't want to jinx anything, though. 2nd and 2 for the Pieper Warriors. Gaitan looking down, pass. This one knocked away. Intended for Carson Lacombe. Jake Betta is back defensively for the Greyhounds to interrupt that pass.
Well,
that'll be a 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Plenty of time, 44 seconds. If I'm the Greyhounds, I'm going to make sure I know where Grindstaff is because he's kind of been the guy. So he had the touchdown earlier in that quarter.
Well, I can tell you he's lined up on the far side along with 2 other receivers on this 3rd down. They're looking in the direction of Hopper. He makes the catch at the 20 before he's taken out of bounds by Robert Estes. That'll move the chains, be another Warrior 1st down.
They needed 2. They got 4. And Hopper, good field awareness, steps out of bounds, stops the clock, saves them a timeout. Clock would have stopped with the chains, but once they set the chains, it would have started. But since he stepped out, that's a dead ball. So good field awareness, knowing where he is on that field and saving that timeout, their last one.
They're at the Boerne 20. 2 receivers either side on this 1st down. Gaitan, quick out, catch made across the 20, tripped up at about the 10-yard line. Goes the receiver Carson Lacombe. That was a big stop by, I'm not sure that was Smith. We'll see this on the replay.
Good pressure by Hodgkins there for the Greyhounds, but
it was C.J. Smith coming over to make the stop, and a timely one too.
Gaitan gets rid of it.
2nd down pass, Grindstaff, as you were saying. Touchdown Pieper. And the Warriors take the lead with 16 seconds left here in the 1st half.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm worried about because he's scored 2 just in this quarter. And he's probably over 100 yards for the game with that 78-yarder. So that time just a little skinny post there that time looked like. He got inside the defender. A nice throw by Gaitan gives them the lead going into halftime. Boerne will have 16 seconds. So we'll see how the Greyhounds play that.
Logan Lopez on to try the extra point. Kick is up, it's good. 16 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. And the Pieper Warriors out to a 21-14 lead over the Boerne Greyhounds. I tell you what, with that, as we get set for the ensuing kickoff, we'll take a brief breather and come right back to you to finish up the first half. You're enjoying what a night of football. The Boerne Greyhounds and the Pieper Warriors right here on GVTC.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Boerne to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Back for the final 16 seconds of this first half. Kerry Barbosa, the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, and yours truly, Roland J. Reese. Take a look at that last touchdown drive, culminating in that pass to Grindstaff right after this kickoff return. On the near side is Frazier across the 30. He'll step out just shy of the 40-yard line. Nice return by the Greyhound return man.
Yeah. Very nice. Gets him up near 40, so it gives Coach Sawyer something to think about. Now, what do you do now versus starting at your own 20 or 25? Now you're up near midfield. But looking back at that Pieper drive, 9 plays, 62 yards, took 2:26 off the clock. Grindstaff with his second receiving touchdown from Gaitan.
You know, the Warriors executed when they had to and put the ball in the end zone for a 7-point lead. But as you were saying, still 7 seconds, I guess anything can happen, especially if your quarterback is Grant Sweeney here. His pass intended for Will Traylor, just a bit shy. And there's a single tick on the clock left. This should be the last play of the first half.
Yeah, that was tough. Sweeney rolling to his left. He's a righty, so he got to throw against his body.
Yeah, and you know, if there's one thing that I think Sweeney has shown, and I think we mentioned this a little bit earlier in the first half. He's really got a nice arm.
Yes.
Really done a good job. He can air it out. So here we go with 1 second remaining. Pass is Frazier with a catch at the 40. 45. He's stopped just shy of midfield to end the first half. Though Michael bust in on the stop that time for Pieper. So we take a look at that final touchdown of the first half. What a touchdown it was here by Grindstaff, hauling this in. 10 yards into the end zone to give the Pieper Warriors a 21-14 lead going into the locker room. We'll be back with more in just a bit right here on GVTC.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we catch fish.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We support our hounds.
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
It's just what we do.
Welcome to the 25-26 school year. Each year, when we gather here, we're not just launching a calendar of classes and events. We're opening a new chapter in the lives of every student who walks through our doors. And this year, we're doing it with a clear and powerful focus: nurture, knowing every student by name and need, and developing the whole child. Let's pause and consider what that really means. To know each soul by name is more than just memorizing rosters. It's a commitment to see them. Not just the students who always raise their hand, not just the ones who make us laugh or bring us joy, but also the quiet ones, the struggling ones, the ones who challenge us, and yes, the ones who are easy to overlook. To know each student by need is to understand that behind every pair of eyes is a story. Sometimes a joyful one, but always a story worth hearing. There's a parable, ancient but deeply relevant, about a shepherd who had 100 sheep. One day, one went missing. And while the 99 were safely grazing, the shepherd left them to go after the one that was lost. He searched until he found it, and when he did, he celebrated. Not because he regained his full herd, but because the one sheep mattered that much. That story isn't just about sheep, it's about people, it's about our children, and it's about us. Because every single child who enters the classroom deserves to feel like they are the one who matters. That someone would notice if they weren't there. That someone would come looking for them if they were lost, academically, socially, or emotionally. That someone would take the time to fully understand them. This is the kind of nurturing we're talking about. Not surface level attention, but intentional care. The kind that says, you are seen, you are known, you are valued, and you belong here. This year, let's remember that our mission is not just to raise test scores and produce high-performing students. Our mission is to develop whole children, thinkers, creators, problem solvers, kind human beings, children who feel safe to take risks, children who learn how to fail and how to rise again, children who discover their voice and their worth. That's the work of nurturing, and yes, it's hard. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes a village, but the results, they last a lifetime. So let's be the educator who sees the child that's withdrawn. Let's be the coach and the mentor who believe in the child who struggles. Let's be the counselor and the administrator who fights for equity, for dignity, and for opportunity. Let's be the team that goes after the one every time and brings them back into the fold. Because when we say we know each student by name and need, we are saying to each child, you matter and we won't leave you behind. This school year holds so much promise, and I believe with all my heart that what we plant in our students now will shape not just their future, but the future of our communities, our nation, and our world. Let's walk into this year with bold hearts and open hands. Let's nurture, let's lead, and let's love furiously. Thank you for being the kind of educator who make this mission real. Wishing you an outstanding 2025-26 school year ahead.
We would also like to recognize our amazing Pieper cheerleaders. Your Pieper varsity cheerleaders are under the direction of Susie Mansfield with assistance from Farla Dosico. Cheerleader of the week is Sofia Oliveras. Joining us from San Antonio, Texas, please welcome your two-time consecutive UIL State Marching Contest qualifiers, the Pieper High School Band of Warriors. The Band of Warriors 2025 show is dedicated this year to our incredible Pieper fan base and is entitled Ethereals, featuring the music of U2, David Gilliland, Jules Massenet, and John Mack. Listen for the sounds of battle within the spiritual realm as the Band of Warriors takes you to the sky with Ethereals. This Pieper High School halftime is proud to welcome drum majors Lainey Flores, Brady Barker, Vanessa Nunez, Josiah Cantu, and the Pieper High School Band of Warriors. The Pieper Band of Warriors is under the direction of band director Evan Berry and assistant directors Alan Connor, Scott Lowe, and Thomas Schaefer. The color guard director is under the direction of Tony Druck. Pieper Ranch Middle School directors are Dane Green and Kendall Tucker. Verde Middle School directors are Danielle Eicher and Taylor Roboto Cruz. Band section of the week is the Trumpets. The Band of Warriors.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Sponsored by Veracast, Don and Betty Yancey, JTL Land Development, Crossbank, Pine Creek Boat and RV, Covenant Pest Control, Kusum Design and Tees, Correction Custom Design and Tees, Boerne Vision Center, CCD Construction Services. The Starlets are led into the field by Lieutenant Grace Eichmann. First Lieutenant Riley Yancey. Lieutenant Colonel Kylie Clark. Colonel Lila Garcia. Star of the week is Emily Porter. Silver Star of the week is Lainey Cox. Sit back and relax while the Starlets and the Silver Stars perform to I Want You Back. Let's hear it for these ladies. This evening, the Boerne High School Band and Color Guard will perform a portion of their UIL marching show entitled Our Surge. Band members of the week are Jack Hodges, Dylan Beller. Guard member of the week is Jocelyn Murray. Sections of the week are the flutes and trumpets. And now, presenting your Climb at the Key to the Hills, the mighty Boerne Greyhound Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Daniel Person, Mr. Alec Miranda. Color guard directors are Mrs. Hannah Oliver and Ms. Ottman Galvez. The Greyhound Band is conducted by head drum majors Leviticus Forendo and assistant drum majors Lila Rummett and Gracie Yahweh. Color guard captains are Ilana Arispi, Olivia Phillick, Kendall Gervais, and Kate Kleinpetter here.
faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
In the heart of every warrior beats the spirit of excellence. It's not just about the music or the game. It's about the legacy we leave behind. Excellence isn't given. It's earned through leadership. We lead by example, with grit, pushing ourselves to the edge and beyond. Every note played, every step taken is a testament to our strength. We are a team, bound by the same drive, the same passion, to build an empire of warriors, forged by those who dare to rise above the rest. The question is, do you have what it takes to be a warrior?
At Club Car Wash, we're more than just a service. We're your partner in keeping your ride clean. With our commitment to best-in-class service and genuine connections with our members, we ensure you and your car receive nothing but the best. Join us today and experience the difference with Club Car Wash.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we catch fish.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We support our hounds.
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
It's just what we do.
Welcome to the 25-26 school year. Each year, when we gather here, we're not just launching a calendar of classes and events. We're opening a new chapter in the lives of every student who walks through our doors. And this year, we're doing it with a clear and powerful focus: nurture, knowing every student by name and need, and developing the whole child. Let's pause and consider what that really means. To know each soul by name is more than just memorizing rosters. It's a commitment to see them. Not just the students who always raise their hand, not just the ones who make us laugh or bring us joy, but also the quiet ones, the struggling ones, the ones who challenge us, and yes, the ones who are easy to overlook. To know each student by need is to understand that behind every pair of eyes is a story. Sometimes a joyful one, but always a story worth hearing. There's a parable, ancient but deeply relevant, about a shepherd who had 100 sheep. One day, one went missing, and while the 99 were safely grazing, the shepherd left them to go after the one that was lost. He searched until he found it, and when he did, he celebrated. Not because he regained his full herd, but because the one sheep mattered that much. That story isn't just about sheep, it's about people, it's about our children, and it's about us. Because every single child who enters the classroom deserves to feel like they are the one who matters. That someone would notice if they weren't there. That someone would come looking for them if they were lost, academically, socially, or emotionally. That someone would take the time to fully understand them. This is the kind of nurturing we're talking about. Not surface level attention, but intentional care. The kind that says, you are seen, you are known, you are valued, and you belong here. This year, let's remember that our mission is not just to raise test scores and produce high-performing students. Our mission is to develop whole children, thinkers, creators, problem solvers, kind human beings, children who feel safe to take risks, children who learn how to fail and how to rise again, children who discover their voice and their worth. That's the work of nurturing, and yes, it's hard. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes a village, but the results, they last a lifetime. So let's be the educator who see the child that's withdrawn. Let's be the coach and the mentor who believe in the child who struggles. Let's be the counselor and the administrator who fights for equity, for dignity, and for opportunity. Let's be the team that goes after the one every time and brings them back into the fold. Because when we say we know each student by name and need, we are saying to each child, you matter, and we won't leave you behind. This school year holds so much promise, and I believe with all my heart that what we plant in our students now will shape not just their future, but the future of our communities, our nation, and our world. Let's walk into this year with bold hearts and open hands. Let's nurture, let's lead, and let's love furiously. Thank you for being the kind of educator who make this mission real. Wishing you an outstanding 2025-26 school year ahead.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Roland J. Reese getting set for exciting second half action. The first half's been exciting enough. The second half we're already looking forward to there, Kerry.
Yeah, very, very evenly matched game. It was 7-0, then it was 7-7 after Boerne scores first. And then Pieper tied it. And then Pieper took a lead, so they scored 2 touchdowns in a row. And they were up 14-7. Greyhounds answer, tie it up at 14-14. And Boerne gives the ball back with 2:42. And Pieper went on a nice drive to close out, basically close out the half. They scored with 16 seconds. Grindstaff with his second touchdown. Reception of the night. Gaitan has a passing and a running touchdown. While Sweeney to Will Traylor was Boerne's first down, then Morrison with a 3-yard run for the Greyhounds. So pretty evenly matched. And remember, Greyhounds had chances at a couple field goals that missed. So it really could be a 1-point game right now. That's how evenly matched these teams are.
Absolutely. And as we've alluded to a little bit during this broadcast, this is the way the season began last year. And it was just a tight game all the way to the end.
Yeah, and it was ended up being a 2-point game with Pieper winning. Pieper took a safety. They were lined up to punt, ran the ball out of the end zone to take a safety, run the clock out. And
the second half is underway as the kickoff is handled by Pieper across the 35 down to around the 37-yard line. Goes return man Jack Trevino, number 22. He's a junior. And we've got the Warrior offense going to take the field and start this second half. Set to go to work. Impressive first half for Isaiah Gaitan. A little slow start at quarterback, but then he picked up, finding his targets, Carson Lacombe and also Andrew Grindstaff, who hauled in a few nice receptions in that first half of the Warriors.
Yep. Grindstaff and Gaitan have counted for all 3 of their touchdowns, one form or another.
From the 38, 1st and 10 for Pieper.
Uh-oh. Not good. Already got a whistle. Oh, play clock was not proper. It was down to 3 already. It's like, no way, they just lined up.
I heard a one to get things moving, but that's a little much. Speaking of Grindstaff, he comes flanked out to the near side along with Carson Lacombe. 2 receivers to the far side for quarterback Isaiah Gaitan. Now Grindstaff in motion, handoff straight ahead. Banging away goes Hopper. We get a couple of tough yards down to around the 40-yard line, making the stop for the Boerne Greyhounds. That is Ryan Castro.
Well, that's how they started the first half, just a couple runs to Hopper between the tackles. That kind of opened up. You know, they'd fake it to him, and they'd kind of start throwing. One of them, they threw over the top on a trick play.
Give a pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Quick out. Hopper once again across the 40. Little hit to go out of bounds there by Jake Bettis. Be a nice pickup, but it should be 3rd, and we'll check it out. 3rd, they're going to call it 3rd and 3 for Pieper. Got to get to their own 47-yard line for a first down.
It looked like we had a penalty on that play.
Yeah, and here comes... Yeah, they're backing it up.
I think it was a hold is what it was.
Call this against Pieper.
So it should be 2nd and 18-ish.
So we go 2nd down. Gaitan breaking through, almost getting his hands on him, was that Boerne defense. This passes away. I think he was just trying to get rid of it.
It looked like Rory Hodgkin got in there, but flag came out late. Hodgkin not able to make the tackle, but he's able to make him throw the ball away. Just kind of threw it up. There's a flag way down back at the 11. It's going to be on Boerne. So the big thing is now it's going to be first down.
We'll check this out. They're going to move the ball. Yes, indeed. 46-yard line, that being the Pieper 46. Get a huge chunk of that real estate back, and it'll be first down for the Warriors.
That's tough because you had them 3rd and 18. Instead, a penalty gives them 1st and 10 at the 46.
Gaitan, the handoff, Hopper. Across midfield into Greyhound territory before Jake Bettis wraps him up and drops him at about the 40, call it the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a lot bigger gain than it looked like originally. I thought it was 3 or 4. It ends up being about 6 or 7 on that one.
Yeah, they're going to give him 6 and call this 2nd and 4 from the 48. Gaitan, the hand once again. Hopper straight ahead. He'll have enough for the first down. Is there to bring him down was Cash Gatlin, among others. And that tough Greyhound defense.
Saw a nice show of sportsmanship by number 70, John Como from Pieper. He helped 2 Greyhounds up that time. He blocked them and then said, all right, I'll help you guys up.
1st and 10. Gaitan, the snap. Pass. This one complete. Guess who?
Yeah.
Across the 30 down to about the 28. Still on his feet. And picking up positive yardage inside the 25 to around the 23 is Andrew Grindstaff.
Yeah, and Grindstaff, look at where he's at. He catches the ball. There's not a defender 5 yards of him. Look at him. He's just kind of in that spot where nobody is. And
rolling off of tackles for extra yardage. 1st and 10 from the Boerne 23-yard line. Gaitan looking in zone. Guess who again? Inside the 5, down to around the 3-yard line. Or correction, that is number 8, Cash Lancaster.
Yeah, and he almost took that in. Just nice Nice tackle right there. Number 8, Ben Bay, saves a touchdown, look like.
That's another first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Got Don the keeper. Into the corner. Touchdown, Pieper.
Looked like a zone read or RPO. That time he fakes the handoff. Just takes off to that right side. Saw a lane out there, little alley to get through. And Gaitan with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
The Pieper Warriors build that lead up. It's 13 right now with 9:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Extra point attempt is up. This is good. As we mentioned, 9:20 remains here in the 3rd quarter. Our score is Pieper 28, Boerne 14. We'll be back with more in a moment. It's Friday night football coming at you on GVTC.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
How they ever gonna find us? Shipwreck on the mountain, rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it, and 2-step over 80, so we can hope to be someone someday.
And back with you following the Pieper touchdown kickoff. Handled across the 15, stopped shy of the 20-yard line.
A little bit of
was
fighting
that
going
Frazier.
on. A little bit of fighting, extracurricular going on near midfield. Somebody lost a helmet.
Yeah, both these teams pumped. You want to make a statement here coming out of the box, of course, and I don't know. I guess emotions can get high. Some of them uncontrolled. You're going to have some words with coaches. Keep things under control. You'll afford to lose players this early.
That turned in a little bit of a scrap there. So let's see if anybody gets ejected or how they're going to play this. It's going to be offsetting. Let's see what they call, because it turned in a little bit of a wrestling match. A couple players were wrestling to the ground and were rolling around down in there. So let's see what they call.
They're talking about it. Here we go.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against.
Unsportsmanlike conduct both ways is going to offset.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yes, they're going to give them a break here on opening night.
Yeah.
A couple of scores to pass along. Second half scores, I guess we can pass along. It's the Davenport Wolves over Veterans Memorial, 30-13. That's a 3rd quarter score. Smithson Valley big on top of Roosevelt at half, 42-0. And it's Canyon on top of Austin High, 14-3. That's the latest we have in the 2nd quarter from that contest. 1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the 18-yard line for the Boerne Greyhounds, down by 2 touchdowns. They got to get something going here. Of course, still plenty of time left in this game, but they have to be effective as they have possession of the football. Handoff straight ahead, Morrison across the 20, down to around the 22-yard line. Nice carry. 25, Rajan Lopez in on the stop for Pieper. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for Boerne.
Well, they're down 2 scores, but way too early to abandon that run game. You still got a lot of time. You can still run the ball. You don't have to pass every time.
And that time, I don't know, may have been movement on that. It was definitely movement on one of the lines. Either the offensive line moved or 44.
Michael Bust.
Yeah, Michael Bust just broke through the line.
Yeah, he looked like he's limping off, so I don't know if he tweaked something or what, but he's coming up.
It's on the defense.
Yeah, it was Michael Bust. I think he just jumped and he tweaked something.
Delay game against the defense is the call.
Thor Michael Bust, big presence on that Warrior defense of last season.
Well, that helps. Make it a 2nd and 1, so ish. So playbook's wide open here.
You know, as you were mentioning, that run game effective for the Greyhounds in the first half. Seen Morrison quite a bit. Haven't seen a lot of Combs here recently. There goes Morrison once again, down around the 30-yard line. He should have enough for a first down. That'll move the chains and give the Greyhounds a fresh set of downs.
Morrison, you mentioned him. He has the carry right there. He's the senior. He was the guy on the varsity last year. And saw a lot of minutes last year, so.
Oh, yeah.
Got that experience, leadership they're dependent on.
Frazier out to the near side. Pair of receivers to the far side on this 1st and 10. From the Greyhound 30. Sweeney give to Morrison once again across the 30, the 35.
Oh, boy.
Stopped just shy of the 40. And I tell you what, Bennett King just saved a big gain.
Yeah, if he's able to bust it out, see, he's going outside. If he gets past right there, he's got a lot of room on down that sideline.
Bennett King tripped him up after a gain of 8. And it's 2nd and 2 for Grant Sweeney, the Greyhound offense. Play action, looking downfield, pass complete. Far side, just shy of midfield, goes Eli Nicholas.
Good job by Nicholas, just getting on that sideline, knowing where it is, just kind of stopping there, waiting for that throw to come, hauling it in and moving those chains.
So from the 48, the Greyhound 48, that is, 1st and 10 for Boerne. Sweeney, nice give. In the misdirection, this is Morrison across the 40. This is Morrison. Stopped just shy of the 20-yard line. Big run for number 25. And on the stop for Pieper that time, Grant Oling. But not before they move the chains, give the Greyhounds another first down.
Yep, good run there by Morrison. Just got to hold on to that ball so he gets out into that open field, and then he sees 2 men coming. He knows he's going to take a hit. He's going to get hit high and low right there. He's got to hold on to that ball, and he does a good job of doing that all the way down to the 22.
You know, it was a great call. It was a great way of directing the ball by Sweeney, too. Just played that off perfectly. 1st and 10. Sweeney, pass, complete. Down to near the 15-yard line. Eli Nicholas once again.
Number 6, Oling, came really close to intercepting or breaking that up. You throw out in the flat like that, you can't be late, you can't be short, because it gets picked off. That's how you see those pick sixes go the other way.
Jax Potts also in on the stop that time for Pieper. After a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 from the 16-yard line. Sweeney rolling right. He'll keep it across the 15, across the 10. Penalty markers down as he's knocked out of bounds. Near the 5-yard line, we'll check the marker.
I think it's going to be a hold. I think one of the blockers, one of the receivers may have been holding. Well, let's see.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, that edge blocker out there looked like he had some jersey, but you're still in good shape here. It's still 2nd and, because that's a spot foul, so it depends where it happens. So you back it up 10, and you're still looking at 2nd and 7-ish here. So you're not in a bad spot here.
One thing I'm sure Coach Sawyer is going to have to address this after opening night jitters is, guys, we got to cut down on the miscues. They've had several.
Yeah, and they only lose 3 yards if you add the gain minus the 10 penalty.
Fake looking down, pass complete. This is Frazier inside the 10 to around the 9-yard line. Over defensively, Raja Lopez to make the stop. That ought to be a 1st and 10. That is the situation, actually 1st and goal for the Greyhounds as they look to answer now inside the 10. So Nicholas and Traylor out to the far side. Frazier to the near side. Lone back in the backfield with Sweeney. That is Morrison. 1st and goal to give Morrison. Across the 5. Morrison into the end zone. Touchdown, Boerne. Nine-yard touchdown run from the young man who I'm sure at this point has well over 100 yards rushing for the evening.
Show you the pass play that gets them that 1st and goal inside the 10 there, and then next play, Morrison with a 9-yard run. He had that 30-yard run earlier, the one that we almost broke. That one went for 30, so a lot of yards, like you said, by Morrison.
Done a fine job running the football. Here's the extra point attempt. This one up and good for Diego Jimenez. And the Greyhounds close within 7 at 4:57 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Our score now, Pieper 28, Boerne 21. We'll be back with more in a moment right here on GVTC.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we catch fish.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We support our hounds.
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
It's just what we do.
Hey Piper Nation, I'm Dr. Daniel San Martin, your neighborhood board certified orthodontist. My family and I live here in Kinder Ranch, and I have been proudly building confident smiles since 2012. We're excited to say that our new office is now located on Borgfeld Road. At San Martin Orthodontics, I personally see every patient at every appointment, and I'm the only doctor you'll see throughout your entire treatment. If your family needs orthodontic care, we'd love to earn your trust with a complimentary consultation. We hope to see you soon, and go Warriors!
Jeff Morrison, a 9-yard touchdown run to get the Greyhounds within 7 of Pieper. They had an answer with just under 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And that drive, Kerry Barbosa looked like
8 plays, 82 yards, took 4:17. So that's the second 4-minute plus drive the Greyhounds have put together.
Kickoff will go out of bounds as Carson Lacombe just kind of watched it.
Yeah, he took a chance. They was going to go ahead and go out of bounds because if it stays in, it's a live ball.
It's a live ball. Absolutely. There you go. So 1st down. Following the ball going out of bounds. On the kickoff. They'll spot this, and the Pieper Warrior offense comes back onto the field. 1st and 10, or are they going to re-kick this?
Well, they get the option. They'll back them up.
Yeah.
So better chance at a return here.
That is the kick. I just thought the head man, the white cap out there, was indicating 1st down Pieper. But as you mentioned, they do have the option. So they will come back out and re-kick. This time from the 35-yard line. Gaitan, a 4-yard touchdown run to put the Pieper Warriors up by 14 at the time. That with 9:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Then just minutes later, just under the 5-minute mark, Jeff Morrison with a 9-yard touchdown run. Nice methodical offensive drive that time by the Greyhounds.
4:17 on that drive. Before that was 4:44.
Boerne cuts the lead to 7 this time.
Uh-oh.
The kickoff handled by number 8, who was back deep. That, of course, is Cash Lancaster. Made a big catch last drive for the Pieper Warriors. I think it's a good return.
Boy, he had a seam that on this left side. He was aiming for that seam. Greyhounds did a good job of closing up that seam right there. Look at that open space. He's trying to get there, but Greyhounds do a good job forcing him outside and taking away that seam.
35-yard line is the line of scrimmage for Pieper. As their offensive unit comes on the field, 1st and 10. Isaiah Gaitan looking impressive. As we mentioned, he's got some big shoes to fill in this Pieper High School football squad. He's doing it quite nicely thus far this evening, thank you. Handoff, Hopper. This time he's wrapped up. He's going to be thrown for a loss. Getting up off the bottom of that pile. That was number 31, Cash Gatlin, for the Boerne Greyhounds, stopping Hopper. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Good job by Boerne defense, just kind of staying home, not giving anywhere for a Hopper to run. Just literally hopping around looking for something, and nothing was there.
Gaitan looks to air it out and does so.
Interception.
Catch? Did he catch it? They're saying it's an interception?
I don't know.
What is the ruling? It was in and out of the hands.
I think
apparently.
You're saying dead ball. I mean, not dead ball, just incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Yeah, look, Cohen had his hands on it. Check this out.
Well, yeah, look at this. There's 2 receivers by Pieper in the area. Look, there you see the 2 receivers, and it's a jump ball right here, and there it comes out.
Yeah, Coleman Bet is battling for it, and it hits the ground, so that's what the situation was.
And then Grindstaff was right there, so I don't know. There's not a play where 2 receivers are supposed to be side by side like that, but so I don't know. I guess that's who he was throwing to, but kind of lucky there. Pieper got a break, not intercepted.
What a defensive play by Jake Bettis at times. 3rd and 12. Gaitan has to roll around. Does so. Pass complete to Aiden Rice. At about the 40-yard line, but it's going to be shy of a first down.
Good job, Bobby Jet Wilkinson getting over there. Keeps the yards after catch to a minimum. You see, closes in, pushes him out of bounds, and brings up 4th and 4. It looks like it's going to bring out the punt team.
That is the case. Punt team out.
Yeah, great open field tackle by Wilkinson.
Nobody deep for Boerne.
Yeah, they don't believe that Piper's going to punt.
Right. That's probably a good call. Take a Warrior bounce inside the 15. They'll down it at the 14, and that's where the Greyhounds will go to work. 1st and 10 with 3:42 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. So a big series that time for the Greyhound defense.
Good punt, 45-yard, though. It backs them up. Yes, they hold them, force them to punt, but it backs them all the way to the 14. And that when you don't have anybody back, sometimes that's what you risk, is you risk the roll, right? You risk a long punt or a good roll by the punting team, pushes you back. That time Pieper got it.
Greyhounds with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 receiver to the top on this 1st and 10. Sweeney looking into the backfield. Across the 15.
Kind of
out of bounds, wanting a late hit. And there's
kind of a little late there.
Callan Combs was wondering whereabouts he was as he hauls that in for a nice gain.
See, and I think Lopez here, 25, he doesn't lower the boom. He does kind of bump him a little bit, but he doesn't really kind of lower that shoulder.
Give him a pickup of 3. As it's 2nd and 7, Nicholas and Trailer at the top of your screen. It's Frazier on the bottom. Sweeney. Handoff. Straight ahead across the 20. Stop just shy of the 25-yard line. Callan Combs. Now he's got those legs working. Move that chain. It'll be a first down.
Again, you're seeing the platoon, Boerne platooning their backs in. Morrison getting a rest right now, and then Combs coming in, picking off, has a nice run there, moves the chains, first down Greyhounds.
Here's Sweeney on a 1st and 10. Play action. Dances around. He sees some real estate. He'll take it. Down across the 35.
Oh, took the official out over there.
Now around the 36-yard line. That's a lot of people. That's a dangerous job.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's just a cakewalk. No.
Well, see, he's got to, okay, do I go inside or outside? He does that little juke move, gets outside the defender, and he sees a little bit open space, and right there, the guy that just rolled by took out the official. Right there, you see official rolling into your screen there. But another first down by the Greyhounds on that run by Sweeney.
Just under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Sweeney, the keeper, across the 40. Did a couple of sleight of hand moves there, but he decided to call his own number and pick up positive yardage. So he fakes a handoff and decides to keep it for a pickup of 5. Brady Ginley over on the stop for the Pieper Warriors. 2nd and 5, Greyhounds. This time 2 receivers either side. Gives to the handoff to Callan Combs.
Whoa, the guy's rolling around again. Man, they're letting them do all this extra stuff. Way down the field. They don't call anything there. That's about the 3rd time that's happened, though.
These guys aren't even district rivals. Can you imagine?
A lot of good running plays on this drive by the Greyhounds, though. Just kind of eating yards up, 4 or 5 yards at a time. It's working.
2 receivers either side on this 1st and 10. Sweeney, Frazier, across midfield, the 45. Frazier's off. 1 man to beat. Gets tripped up at about the 5-yard line. Big catch and big run for Frazier.
Watch Frazier at the very end. He knows the guy's going to swipe at his ankles. He just tries to jump and avoid that tackle, but able to make it right there. You see him just kind of jump, not able to get away from Ginley.
But it puts the Greyhounds in a big fortuitous situation. 1st and goal now from the Pieper 5.
And I think that pass play was set up by the Greyhounds running the ball so effectively. It kind of opened up the passing game a little bit.
Sweeney to give Morrison. Straight ahead, not much there is Jack Hannon. Over to put the hit on him for Pieper.
It looks like timeout because somebody stopped the clock. Nope, it's running.
Guess they're saying no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
I think Morrison, it's looking like he's going to be the goal line back, right? Like the big body of his, bigger bodied type back. So he's the guy that can pound it down in the red zone there.
Well, did you say that? He's still in there. Sweeney now under center. The pitch to Morrison. Across the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Boerne. And we're an extra point away from tying this thing up once again.
Morrison, last 2 scores for the Greyhounds. They were down, remember, 28-14 after Pieper comes out, scores on their opening drive. Greyhounds, great series there. They get the Morrison 9-yard touchdown run on that last one. Defense forces a punt on a 3-and-out. They take this one down and punch it in again. Morrison this time with a 5-yarder.
Jimenez on to try the extra point. This out of the hold of C.J. Smith. Kick is up.
They can't be run into the kicker. They've done that a couple times.
All for opening night, and here we are. And I tell you what, we have been treated to a good one. We're glad you're with us. We're all tied at 28 with 55 ticks of the clock left to go here in the third quarter. Back with more in a moment on GVTC.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
Well, under a minute left to go here in the third quarter, and we're tied once again. We'll check that scoring drive here in just a moment. Following this kickoff, it's handled that time by Aiden Rice. 20-yard line, where he calls this thing dead. Of course, they'll move the ball, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Pieper at that point. How did that drive look for the Greyhounds?
They go 8 plays, 86 yards. Remember, they started at the 14 because they didn't defend that punt, and they got Pieper got a good roll on that punt, backs them up to the 14, but they're able to go 86 yards and 247. Big play, key play on that drive was that Frazier 44-yard reception where he took it down, 1st and goal at the 5, and they go with Morrison on 1st down. They stop him, but go back to Morrison, 2nd down. He punches it in, ties it up.
And here come the Pieper Warriors' response on this 1st and 10. Handoff. This number 8, Cash Lancaster, who takes the carry. Out to near the 30-yard line.
Number 19, Pieper Thompson.
You're going to mark this at the, well, at about the 31, where it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Pieper Warriors. Now under half a minute here in the third quarter.
They got to run at least one play.
Gaetan looking to throw. Rolls right, pass, looking in the direction of Grindstaff. Ball knocked away. Good defensive play that time. Ben Bays back defensively.
That might have been Cole Traylor, number 0.
Oh, correction. I got my 0s and 8s all confused. It is Cole Traylor. Oh, I was looking for that little middle line, you know, that would turn the 0 into an 8. Thought I saw it. So good defensive play that time by Traylor. I tell you what, the Greyhound defensive secondary has certainly stepped up when they've needed to.
Yeah, but watch Grindstaff, because they're going to come back to him at some point. Oh, there was a flinch.
3rd and 4, absolutely. This is going to back it up. Greyhound celebrating that.
Well, that was a slow developing play for the Warriors, and it's tough to ask those linemen to sit there in that stance like that for a long time. And Grindstaff's going in motion. One of the linemen on this left end just twitched, and that's all it takes.
So instead of 3rd and 4, it's now 3rd and 9 for Pieper. Gaetan dropping back, airing it out, looking downfield in the direction of Cash Lancaster. Just out of his hands. He had Lancaster and Carson Lacombe downfield.
It's a couple routes where the Pieper receivers are close to each other. I thought he had this. It looked like he just kind of, he got his hands on it, so he's just not able to reel it in. But look at the two receivers really close to each other.
Another great defensive play that time by Traylor to stay with his man. Speaking of, he'll stand back at his, well, I'll call it his 38-yard line, awaiting the Pieper punt with 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Ball is away. Traylor says, I'll fair catch it right here at about the 35. And that ought to do it for the third quarter, and it does. 3 quarters in the books here on opening night 2025. And if you've been enjoying this, which I hope you have, we certainly have, boy, are we in for a wonderful final 12 minutes. Let's see what happens. Greyhound faithful on their feet. We're tied at 28. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment here on GVTC.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Birdie be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Roland J. Reese along with Kerry Barbosa, the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, bringing you the final 12 minutes of this dandy. We're all tied at 28 as the fourth quarter is now underway. Callan Combs with the carry, gets a tough yard there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage is, we'll call it the 36.
Well, Greyhounds with a good third quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns. Answers Pieper's 2 touchdowns in that second quarter. So we got us a tied game. Kind of feels like maybe last possession, might determine it here.
That could be very reminiscent of last year's game. This time Combs with the carry. He's going to be stopped. Little to no gain, as a matter of fact, on that last play. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 9, they're calling. And they're spotting the ball at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that'd be no gain on that one.
3 receivers near side. Single receiver to the far side for quarterback Grant Sweeney. Little movement. Pass. Complete. Is it hauled in?
Nope.
Referee says no.
Yeah, near that sideline.
Yeah, Eli Nicholas looked like he had it, but as you were mentioning, too close to the sideline.
And I think he made the catch. It just did it out of bounds. But there is a flag, so let's see what they call here.
Let's check this penalty marker. It looked like it was some movement on the defense on the right side of the line.
Yeah,
I
thought they jumped, but they didn't throw it then. So maybe they did eventually.
Well, they look like, they're calling it against Pieper. So now instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 4 after that penalty. So gives the Greyhounds another shot. Third and 4. Sweeney calls for it. The handoff. This time Combs is going to be wrapped up. Stopped well shy of the first down. Tyler Wells in on the stop that time for Pieper.
4th and 3. Looked like some of the players wanted to go for it, but 4th and 3 at your own 42-ish. Tied ball game at 28-28, basically a 0-0 game. It's tough to go for it in that spot.
So the Greyhounds punted away, and Pieper, much like Boerne earlier, playing up tight. They have nobody sent deep for this punt. And there it is. This one takes a Greyhound bounce, and they'll down this at the 24-yard line. That's where the Warriors will go to work 1st and 10. Just under 10 minutes remains in the ball game. We're tied. This has been a case of advantage. I guess which team has the momentum at the time is how this game is playing out so far.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like whoever's going to win this is going to win it by more than one score. It just feels like it's going to come down to, last drive and a kick or something like that. It'll be a one-score game.
So Isaiah Gaitan, the quarterback with a 1st and 10, takes the snap, rolls near side, feeling a little pressure. His pass knocked away. Good defensive play that time by Bobby Jed Wilkinson. As he was looking in the direction of Brightman Gates, senior.
And Blake Burkholder did a good job off that defensive line. There's a flag on this penalty. There's a penalty on this. Let's see what happens.
They're going to call that against
procedure.
Yeah, procedure against the Pieper Warriors. So it'll be 2nd and 10. No correction. They're backing this up. 2nd and 15 then. 3 receivers to the far side. Gaitan. Quick pitch, Hopper. Hopper ramped up and dropped.
Burkholder popped him.
Good defensive play that time by Blake Burkholder, the senior defensive tackle. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for Pieper. So another big defensive stance thus far in the making for the Greyhounds. We'll see how this pans out. 3rd and 12. Gaitan the snap. Unloads. He's got Grindstaff. Grindstaff wrapped up. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down. Good job that time. Jake Bett is wrapping him up.
Well, what do you do?
It's going to be a 4th, and it's certainly not a gimme. Although it is 4th and 3 is what the scoreboard is indicating.
And they're keeping the offense on the field.
Rolling the dice with 8:47 left to go in the ball game.
This is a gamble. Maybe they're trying to get him to jump. Nope, they're going.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff coming near side. Hopper. Hopper will get the first down and more as he's driven out of bounds. Bobby Jed Wilkinson in on the stop that time.
Well, that was a gamble, but you have confidence in your offense. They just go right side. Hopper takes it outside, just bounces it along the sideline there and gets that first down. And, boy, if you don't get it, you give Greyhounds a short field.
1st and 10 now for Pieper. 43-yard line. Their own 43 is the line of scrimmage. Gaitan looking near side. Has a man across the 45, across midfield and into Greyhound territory. Goes to receiver Brightman Gates, his 2nd reception in as many minutes. Cole Traylor comes over to make the stop. It'll be 2nd down.
Big gain, 9.
Yeah, 2nd and call it 1.
Playbook's wide open right here.
The give, Hopper, why not? Across the 45, down to around the 43-yard line. He'll get the first. Some tough running by the senior running back for Pieper.
He's proven to be a workhorse. There hadn't been a whole lot of other people running the ball other than Hopper and Gaitan. And don't forget, Gaitan is a very good running quarterback.
1st and 10. The Greyhound 43-yard line. Speaking of Gaitan, here's Grindstaff, makes the catch. About the 37-yard line, wrapped up there by Cash Gatlin.
Yeah, play action. Hopper's had some success. Speaking of which, he's looked like he's going out for a little bit of a break there. Grindstaff's the guy. If I'm the Greyhounds, I'm a little worried about him because he's the big catch guy.
Gaitan buying time, looking end zone as you were mentioning, and yeah, penalty markers. Pass was intended for Carson Lacombe.
Well,
that one had interference written all over it.
Yeah.
That sorts it out. That is the call. It'll be first down.
Sometimes as a defender, that's the kind of lesser of two evils for you. You know.
Yeah.
Do you give up a catch near the goal line or try to make a play, and sometimes you get an interference call, but
Boerne 21 is the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, new set of downs for Pieper. Gaitan. All kind of time as he's rolling right, looking end zone. Pass intercepted. The Greyhounds come away with the football. He went to the well one time too often looking for Grindstaff.
That was just a jump ball.
Greyhounds come away with the takeaway. Let's check this out.
Yeah, he did have all kinds of time. You see him. You see Grindstaff waving back there. It looks
and
like
that was Cole Traylor.
That looks like Cole Traylor. Yep.
Cole Traylor, what a second half. He's done a great job in the secondary. Knocking balls away and coming away with the interception that time. 20-yard lines, the line of scrimmage for the Greyhounds. 1st and 10. Sweeney rolling right.
Nope.
Pass, I guess they're saying incomplete. Eli Nicholas, the intended receiver.
With just a quick pass. You know, the Greyhounds showing they can put together some 5-minute drives.
Just out of his hands.
Once he hit the ground, the ball bounced out of his grasp. Once the ground kind of caused that, but Greyhounds have put together a couple 5-minute drives. They'd like a 6-minute, 36-minute second drive right here just to eat up most of the time here.
Sweeney.
Blitz.
Fakes the handoff, play action. Sweeney, the keeper, across the 20, down to around the 23-yard line. Ramping him up there, of course, Thor Michaelbust. And it'll be a 3rd down for the Greyhounds.
Well, Norsworthy just shoots in from that right side, and he has to step up. Sweeney does, and only option at that point is just try to run it. And he does avoid the sack, and he gets a couple yards, 2 or 3 yards out of it, so positive play for the Greyhounds.
3rd and 8 for Birdie. Sweeney unloads, looking downfield, way overthrown his intended receiver, Zach Frazier. So that'll bring up a 4th down and more than likely a punting situation for the Greyhounds.
I wonder if Boerne thought there was a penalty and they were just taking a shot downfield. Guess not.
Aiden Rice stands back at his own 40-yard line to wait the Greyhound punt.
Well, Greyhounds, after those 2 touchdowns in that 3rd, 2 possessions here in that 4th, this is the 2nd one. Looks like it's going to be a punt.
Snap, Traylor gets this away.
Nice kick.
Rice calls for the fair catch at about the 40. And Pieper back on the offense. 1st and 10.
Well, Greyhounds without a 1st down here in this quarter.
So far in the 4th quarter. But, you know, it's been a 4th quarter where we've seen both defenses on both sides kind of rise to the occasion and afford potential scoring opportunities for either team.
Yep. Greyhounds go 3 and out, punt. Pieper moves the ball from the own 24. They get down to the 21. Cole Traylor turns them away with an interception. Greyhounds only get 2 yards, so this would be Pieper's 2nd time with the ball in this quarter.
Isaiah Gaitan brings the troops out to the line. Lancaster flanked to the near side. Once again, Tyler Lacombe joining Gaitan in the backfield. We remember what happened last time he was there. He'll take the handoff once again across the 40. Stop shy of the 45-yard line. Big hit that time coming from Robert Estes from his linebacker position for Boerne.
I think Warriors would mind chewing up a little bit of clock here, just kind of taking it. See it running there on the screen, 5.5 under it. Just take up some time here.
Pickup of 3 that time for Lacombe. 2nd and 7. Gaitan once again to give to Lacombe. Banging his way down near midfield. I believe that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, he got it. They gave it to him.
Estes once again with a stop.
I thought he got a little bit beyond that 50, but all he had to get was that 50. They're just kind of taking their time. They're just kind of letting this clock bleed.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do is eat some of that clock.
Yeah, and then
use as much of that play clock as possible.
And try to score and leave the Greyhounds with as little time as possible to try to answer. So that means generally a lot of runs or passes, short passes.
Handoff once again, Lacombe. Across the 45, stopped shy of the 40. Bet isn't on the stop that time for Boerne. So Tyler Lacombe, the senior, older brother, I'm assuming, of Carson Lacombe, with both the same last name.
Well, Tyler kind of been, he's kind of squatting down, taking a little break there. He's kind of been the workhorse here in this fourth quarter. Hopper's been working before that, but maybe Lacombe's the fresher legs at this point.
This time, Gaitan, the keeper, across the 40. Wrapped up near the 35-yard line, and on the stop that time, Hayden Silva for Boerne.
Did get a first down, though. Well, Pieper, you have to face a third down. They've been able to get first downs on their second down play of each drive. Gaitan coming out. He's got a little bit of a limp there.
Yeah, he is. He's favoring his left leg.
Not good.
Interesting situation.
Hate to see that. The backup's coming in. Looks like Elizarde is in there for him.
Richie Elizarde, yeah, the senior.
He's probably going to hand off. Well, let's see. Who is it?
Well, unless they move Tyler Lacombe over to play quarterback.
Yeah, well, can't tell who's under there.
Yeah, no, it's going to be Lacombe, who hands off. This is Hopper, who's back in the game. Hopper busting through the defense inside the 5. Touchdown saving tackle that time by Cole Traylor.
Yeah, we talked about Pieper trying to burn clock, but if you can bust a 30, 40-yarder, you're going to take it.
Big run that time by Hopper.
You mentioned touchdown saving tackle. Traylor having quite a fourth quarter here for the Greyhounds. Let's see if they can come up with another stop. 31-yard run that time by Hopper.
The clock continues to run, now under 3 minutes. On this 1st and goal for the Pieper Warriors. Here's Lacombe, the keeper. He's met and stopped by that Greyhound defense. That time, Blake Burkholder and others making the stop.
Somebody burned a timeout here. Not sure who it was.
Yeah, 2:21 remaining in the ball game. Let's see who. They haven't indicated. Yeah, it's Boerne. Boerne took the timeout.
Boerne's trying to save some time here. I believe they'll get that 2-minute thing, which is new. I was watching a couple of Thursday night games, and they mentioned on one of the broadcasts that was new. I didn't know that coming in, or coming in this week, but that's been added, the 2-minute warning.
I didn't know that coming into tonight. And Boerne defense back on the field. I don't know if we have any scores from around the area, any updated scores. I know you were mentioning Smithson Valley was winning big in their contest.
55-6, they're winning their game against Roosevelt. Champion up 44-3 over Laredo United South.
Oh man, this is going to be a fun district. Gary, this is going to be a fun district this season. I can tell you. Canyon on top of Austin High, 20-3. Davenport over Veterans Memorial 51-13. So those Davenport Wolves still cooking to start the 2025 season. Here's a handoff.
No.
Denied the end zone. It's Brady Hopper. Once again, good defense. C.J. Smith over to put a hit on him.
No, but came up short, 1 yard short.
Yeah, Hudson Bruce. Also, Boerne takes another timeout.
Another score. Comfort beat Brackett in Comfort right up the road, 43-19. And Geneva, School of Boerne, won 28-21.
Yeah, that was tied not too long ago.
Yeah.
So Geneva comes away with a win. First W on the season.
So Chargers, Eagles from Geneva, Comfort Bobcats, all winners tonight. And Champion, their game didn't start till 7:30. So they'll be home late tonight. And then Greyhounds going to Laredo next Thursday. So Greyhounds with another timeout.
3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. Once again, Isaiah Gaitan, who started quarterback, out. Tyler Lacombe in. He decides to call his own number and take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pieper. 2:15 remains in the ball game. And Lacombe has thrown for one and rushed for one this evening for the Warriors.
Yeah, very good athlete, obviously. He's their backup quarterback, and he can throw. He did on that one play, and so dual threat, run and throw.
78 yards to Grindstaff. Logan Lopez on to try the extra point. Kick is up and good, and with 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Our new score now is Pieper 35, Boerne 28. Back with more in a moment right here on GVTC.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Boerne to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Shipwreck on the mountain, rubbernecking all the outlaws. It's who we wanna be. Belly up and just fake it, and two-step over 80, so we can hope to be someone someday.
Well, that tie finally broken with 2:15 remaining in the ball game. We kind of had a feeling it was going to come down to the final few minutes, and such is the case. This one not over yet, as a kickoff handled by Robert Estes. Be about the 21-yard lines where they'll spot this in that last drive, Kerry.
They go 60 yards on 8 plays and took 3:18 off the clock. Big play, other than the touchdown run by Tyler Lacombe, is Hopper, their running back, going for 31 yards on one of the plays, set him up 1st and goal. Brady Hopper with that big run.
Well, you know, there's still plenty of time.
Yep.
The Greyhounds have to answer now with 2:11 remaining in the ball game.
They do have one timeout. They burned 2 on that drive, trying to just save time to give them a chance here.
Sweeney. Catch made.
Gotta hurry. They're not going to be able to get one off before the 2 minutes.
Spinning away is Ben Bays, and you're correct. 2-minute warning now in effect. tonight's ball game. We've been treated to a dandy. I tell you what, in these final 2 minutes, you don't want to go away because anything can happen. It's 35-28, Pieper on top of Boerne, and we'll be back with the conclusion in just a moment right here on GVTC. Well, 2 minutes remain in the ball game. It's been a question of who's been friends with Big Mo the latest. And so far, it's been the Pieper Warriors. They went on top with 2:15 about 15 seconds ago, according to the game clock. Sweeney rolling out, pass complete.
Nope.
But he's wrapped up and dropped. Nicholas came away with that. Big play defensively that time for Pieper. That's Grant Oling, and we've called his name quite a bit this evening.
Yeah, he did a great job of reading that. It was they looked like a little bubble screen there, and he does a great job at dropping them for a loss. They were at the 26. They dropped them back to the 23.
And it's 3rd and 9. Big play coming up for the Greyhounds. Sweeney running.
Oh, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close for a first down. Great job at trying to reach out for that extra yard. Is over to make the stop that time. It's Charles Walters.
Well, he got it. Great second effort, like you said, Roland. I think he knew where the marker was. He just kind of stretches at the end. Just that right hand, watch him stretch right there, and that's what got it.
First down, Sweeney looking downfield, unloads, has a man. That's Will Traylor. Into Pieper territory. At about the 36-yard line, move the chains. It'll be first down, Greyhounds.
Took a shot downfield, and it worked.
Sweeney rolling near side, feeling pressure, unloads. He's got Bays. Gets near the 30-yard line, and I believe, I don't know, somebody's going to have to take a timeout. I think it's going to happen as we got 42 seconds remaining.
That was a 33-yard pass to Traylor. Yeah, you had to burn those 2 timeouts on defense to try to just save you some time here, give your offense a chance. So now they're down to none. They had the 2-minute warning, so you got 42 seconds, and you got about 32 yards to go here. So probably call a couple plays here. That way you can just line up and go.
You know, one thing you can definitely say there, Kerry Barboza, when these two teams get together, it's exciting.
Well, remember last year's game came down to the very last play. Pieper took a safety to avoid the punt and not give the Greyhounds a chance to block it. So the punter ran around all over the field. He ran out of bounds or ran out into the end zone, and it was a safety on the last play of the game, and they win by 2 points.
Unbelievable. You know, it's the old cliche, but it hasn't been truer. If you miss a little, you miss a lot.
Yep. So now you got to be real careful if you're the Greyhounds here where you throw the ball, because you can't. You know, you got to be able to get plays off quick. So maybe some sideline stuff. You can throw across the middle, but got to be quick about resetting your offense here.
Game has been tied 3 times thus far this evening. 2nd and 6. Sweeney calls for the ball. Steps up in the pocket. He tries to unload it.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say his knee was down. They're going to say his knee was down at the line of scrimmage.
And the clock continues to run.
So they're saying it's a run play. I think the clock stopped for a second. They thought it was an incomplete pass, but they're saying no, his knee was down, run the clock.
3rd and 7. Big play for the Greyhounds. Sweeney looking downfield. Unloads, has a man. That's Frazier at the 25-yard line, and he gets out of bounds with 13 seconds left.
4th down and about 1. 13 seconds. I think you got to get the first down here. You got to get the first down and maybe would have a quick out route or something and give yourself about 10 seconds near the 25, between the 20 and 25, and take your shots there. But you got to get this first down here. You don't need a touchdown. You just need a first down, but you got to stop the clock somehow.
This could be the play of the game. 4th and 1, Greyhounds. The snap, the handoff straight ahead, first down and more.
Oh, the ball's
on the ground. Pieper recovers. Bennett King with a recovery for the Warriors. Combs had the ball, had the first down, and the ball came loose somehow.
Yeah, Bernie's thinking that he was down on the ground. Let's see.
Let's check this. It's a matter of...
Yeah, it's out. It's out before he hits the ground. Bennett King, like you said, jumps on it. But, even if they get the first down, they would have had about 8 seconds, and they would have had to clock it. And then, that would have taken a few seconds to clock it, line up and clock it, because they couldn't have stopped it. And you had one chance maybe at an end zone play or a trick play or something like that. But, this came down to the last 8 seconds. I kind of figured the last team, it was going to be a one-possession game. It just kind of felt that way all night, didn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is exactly what I thought it would be. As that time, Lacombe takes the snap, takes a knee, the clock will run out. And the Pieper Warriors will pick up their first win of the season. And they had to earn every minute of it. 35-28 over the Boerne Greyhounds as the Greyhounds regroup, get set for a trip, as you mentioned, to
the
Laredo.
Border, making a border run next week.
Run to the border. Yeah, they'll take on Laredo United. That'll be Thursday, 7 o'clock kickoff. And meanwhile, the Pieper Warriors will take their 1-0 record. And things don't get very much easier for them as they will be at Johnson to take on the Jaguars. Well, let's talk about our players of the game. I tell you what, first for the Pieper Warriors. On offense, so many players. I mean, you got to tip your cap to Isaiah Gaitan. What a courageous job he did out there until he got hurt and had to leave late in the game. Also, great job by running back Brady Hopper. Was getting those big yards. As you could tell, he was the short yardage man, getting those yards, pounding them out as he could. But the player of the game, the offensive player of the game, we've got to give to the man who struck fear in the heart of the secondary, and that being wide receiver Andrew Grindstaff for the Pieper Warriors. And defensively, we were calling this young man's name on nearly every play. Layden Springer, who the junior did a great job on the defensive side of the football for Pieper. And for the Boerne Greyhounds, you got to give the ball and a tip of the cap to Jeff Morrison. What a job he did running the football this evening, picking up big yards. As we mentioned, sure over 100 yards rushing the ball. And defensively, Cole Traylor, who came up with some big plays defensively to knock the ball away. Of course, the interception late in the game, which it
gave him life.
It did.
It gave him a chance to stay in it.
Absolutely. So there are offensive and defensive players of the game for both games. Once again, the Pieper Warriors 1-0 will take on the Johnson Jaguars next week. And the Boerne Greyhounds traveling to Laredo for a date against United, and that'll be next Thursday night. So, Carrie, and for all of our staff here at Greyhound, or the GVTC network, WIC Productions, we thank you so much for all the great efforts this evening. And Kerry Barbosa, don't forget to read his column in the Boerne Star.
Yep, great game. It was a great game. That's what I thought. I think both teams had a lot of questions. I think they got some answers. Greyhounds, even though they didn't win, I think they got some answers, and I think you build off this, and it's about getting ready for district and what you do there that gets you in. So you learn from this. Pieper, great job as well, winning that game, crunch time win, and defense comes up with a big play. So good win for them, and it really just a great game, great all-around game.
Absolutely. So once again, our final score: Pieper 35. Boerne 28. And for all of us here at WIC Productions and our friends from GVTC, thank you so much. Have a good evening.